Where do you think the biggest regression will be on the 49ers defense since last season?
Shoot. I was gonna say big plays, but they kind of did already allow a bunch of big plays last year. And I was gonna say that because of Talanoa Fung is gonna be a liability, but I don't wonder if it's like, I'm just going to stick with that. I think it's even going to be a little worse because if they were already kind of skeptical, pretty much on the fence and, leaning more towards on the backside of being burners with even Tart there for the most part. I mean, Hufunga, I think, especially early on, because he's really going to I think he's going to take a lot of lumps in the chin. It's going to be a lot of hiccups for him. I think he's going to see a lot of up and down. I don't think he's going to be terrible, but I mean, he's really going to be tested. They're going to go after him. They're going to go after him. They're going to look at last year's tape and be like, we could trick this guy and see how much he's improved on, how DeMeco Ryan somehow I'm wondering how DeMeco Ryan's going to somehow protect him, because you can't really protect someone too much on defense. And I think that's where the passers are going to have to come in. You got to get there, get to the quarterback, disrupt the play as much as you can, and hope your corners hold on so he's not in a position where they can pick on him or drag him out of his disciplined coverage.
Yeah, I mean, the safety's supposed to be the guy helping the DBs. Mm-hmm. What's interesting is the Niners at their best on defense has always been a defense that generates a pass rush and doesn't give up big plays. And that's been there. I mean, they're not a super aggressive defense. They don't blitz a lot. They don't play a lot of man-to-man, like press, but that's their, just don't give up the big play and sack the quarterback, hit him enough, and you'll win. Tart helped in that. Tart was not a great safety. He was extremely limited. But that was one of the things he brought to the table. I don't know what Hufunga brings to the table. He's a 5th-round pick who's not particularly, doesn't have high-end athleticism. He's supposed to be instinctual. I hope his instincts don't get him into trouble, because that's kind of what happens to certain instinctual players, right? They like run themselves out of the play. They had a feeling they were wrong.
Yeah.
They can't recover. So I don't know if that's going to be him. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying the Niners should have brought back Tart. I'm not saying, I just don't know that either one is necessarily the solution for them. It's a good call. But I got something else. Run defense. Like some happened last year. Remember, the Niners were really bad. Not really bad, but they were 3-5. And it wasn't just their offense. It was their defense. They couldn't stop the run. And I'm looking real quick. Let me give you the numbers. So from week 1 on, this was what they gave up on the ground. 116, 151, 100, 105, 94, 148, 176, 162. That's a rough way to start the year in that wide 9 defense. They couldn't stop anything.
And when did they change after that?
All of a sudden, that Rams game, man. The Rams game, they give up 52 rushing yards. And next week, 54. Next week, 67. Then they give up 146 to Seattle, but like 80 of that was a fake punt. Then after that, 86, 62, 90, 86, 64, 77, 67, 70. I mean, they really shut down the run. I'm not saying it was one player. There were a few changes that
DJ Jones stepped up. Eric Armstead finally got kicked in, which please keep him there. Jesus, please keep him there. Yes, let your players do good. Come on.
DJ Jones, Eric Armstead, Samson Ebukam.
So those two to me.
Yeah. DJ Jones is gone. Tart, who is a solidifying factor in this defense, not a playmaker, is gone.
It's good to come up.
I think this run defense could struggle, not necessarily like on the edges, but right up the gut. Unless Javon Kinlaw finally is the player they wanted him to be, and he plays 17 games and he's just a rock like DJ Jones. And if that doesn't happen, I think they got a problem with their interior run defense. And I think they're going to go from a team that gave up 4.3 yards per carry last year, which was excellent. I mean, that ranked 7th. No, excuse me. They gave up 4 yards a carry, just 4.0, 7th best in the league. I don't know if they can do that again. They might be closer to the league average, which is fine. I don't know how important run defense really is anymore. It's a pass-first league, but part of the reason they turned their entire season around was all of a sudden they went from having no run defense to a great run defense overnight.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you actually are able to flip your players around, know where to put them in their best skill set. I mean, but yeah, it's more than just Armstead. It's even more than DJ. I mean, is it more than DJ Jones? Because DeMeco Ryans was really raving this guy like damn near every week. So I mean, yeah, you got Kinlaw's got to step up, keep Armstead there, and then hopefully you got other players in your depth like Maurice Hurst, because Maurice Hurst Jr. will actually play decent there. He used to be a decent run defender with the Raiders. You hope he can do that stuff, and whoever else in that back end you could help kip and plug into that middle.
Russ Button says Richard Sherman was slow but played the game from the neck up. That's true. He compensated for his speed with savvy. Can Hufunga do that? That is so true. And the thing is, Sherman was a 5th-round pick. And I just got another guy popped in my head. Sherman didn't play Hufunga's position, but there is carryover there. Merton Hanks did. You remember Merton Hanks. Merton Hanks was the free safety in the 90s for the Niners, and he would have like 5 picks a year. He was great. He was the funky chicken dude. He was great. 5th-round pick. And they drafted him to play corner, but he was too slow. He was like, again, I think he was a 4.6 guy like Hufanga, and he did have the instincts, and he was a great safety. So yeah, fifth round DBs lacking athleticism have done it before. There is precedent. I think those guys are the exception, but it doesn't mean Hufanga can't do it. And look, if he had done it a couple of times in games, made a play on a ball, I'd say, okay, he's shown it. He's shown it a couple of times in practice, but I haven't seen it in a game yet. I haven't.
Yeah, this is what Grant, I feel like I say this all the time. We talk about Hufanga being a liability. I think the only way he's going to be able to overcome it is he's got to play smarter. He's got to have good instincts. He's got to really nail on the head. He's got to play neck up. And the only way he can really compensate for his slow speed, agility, all that stuff, he's going to have to really have that great eye presence, great instincts, play recognition, be there. Don't bite on the fakes. You really got to make up with it. Because if you're able to play fast in your head, then your body will be there to be able to match it. You won't be able to get blown up like that in coverage.
Yeah, because he's going to have opportunities. I mean, again, you don't have to have 4.3 speed to play single high safety. On third down, you're going to have Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward's going to be covering someone man-to-man, either a tight end or a slot receiver. And if Hufanga's in the game playing safety, he's probably going to be playing single high a lot. Can he make plays? Can he, defend both hashes? Can he break up some passes? Can he intercept some passes? If so, he's an upgrade over Jaquiski Tartt, because Jaquiski Tartt made one play from single high I can ever remember my entire life. It was week 1, 2017, great interception against Cam Newton. Never made a play ever again in his life, at least on a ball that I can remember. So that would be great. That'd be great. Merton Hanks is official BNA Music 88's cousin. That's tight, because he's one of my favorite Niners of all time. The dude was dope.
Sick.